Hey guys, this is for what's tomorrow? 21st, Thursday, August. So the reason I have that adverse pitcher open is just kind of make a point. And I know this doesn't really like matter every day, but obviously Schwarber is at the top of the list and he hit a home run his last at bat. But like nobody else on this list hit a home run. So just keep that in mind for future. Oh, Bell hit one, so that's good. But like and Soderstrom, who I did like today, but he had a good matchup. So yeah, don't take this to law. I'm gonna keep repeating that. And another thing is, I get asked a lot if you should cash out, and I'm almost always gonna say no. But really, it's up to you. Um, it's your money. I think if you're obviously if it's like life-changing money, like you get a 10-leg home run parlay and you're offering you $50,000, and I think it's obvious. But if they're offering you 500 and you could win 2,000, I wouldn't cash out, but that's completely up to you. All right. So weather for tomorrow. Let's just go over this real quick. Obviously, Chase is a dome. Otherwise, they'd melt to death. This is where I live. I live in Arizona. Minnesota Athletics. The wind's blowing in kind of hard. This is bad for righties, but I honestly don't. I don't really take it much. I don't really care that much. Is what I'm trying to say. So it's kind of late. It's 9:30. Good weather though. Another one, wind blowing in 7 miles per hour. Once again, I don't care. Cubs are bad again. Well, the Cubs game. Cubs are winning, which is good. But go to the low. Over under. Two good pitchers. It's a manga and can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll go over it. Really good wind in the Coors tomorrow. This game to over under 12. Dodgers lost. That means they're going to win tomorrow. Probably like 12 to 1. So obviously we're going to fire up Dodgers. Very good wind in LA as well for the Angels. And not so good at Petco. Not a really good hitter's park, but it's actually been okay this year. So I do have this open too. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I like FanDuel's interface. So I just like using it. I'm gonna make a list with this so you guys can see the list too. It's gonna be kind of cool. So the pitching tomorrow: Perkins, Urena, Corbin, Lorenzo. But let's just go game by game. So the Athletics, that game. Let's refresh. You can go to MLB Parlay Builder and click to hit a home run. It's kind of cool. You can see, and it's the same on the app too. It's kind of helpful. Well, that's unfortunate. They don't have that game up. Okay. Well, aside from the obvious, I would go. Actually, I have a better idea. MLB starting lineups. RotoWire. It's a very helpful site as well. Tomorrow. Okay. So Kurtz, I'd rather take it home. Shea is on fire. We keep taking him. I still like Soderstrom as well. And then since it's a day game, I'm okay with Rooker, but you don't have to take him. Um, I was really disappointed with the Twins today. I think Buxton, Larnack, Wallner are all good. I would stick with those three, but you can take Clemens if you want. But at least stick with the top three guys for that team. Okay, so we got Rangers and Royals, and this should be an okay game. I mean, Corbin has started to start being bad again. He's just not performing. If India leads off, I actually don't mind that. Vinny has hit off lefties recently, so I'm okay with Vinny, and he's scorching hot right now. And then of course Perez, Grichuk is in the game to hit off lefties, so I'm cool with him too. So mainly for those, actually, oh, I didn't go over Rangers. So obviously Seager you could take, and think that's all that would take for the Rangers. We can look at their numbers. Lorenzen, and none of them have hit. They haven't seen him much, so that would be my top guy for them, and then for the Royals, I like the usual suspects. You don't have to take Vinny, but like I said, he can hit off lefties. Uh, I would go. Yeah, mostly those guys. Simeon. Yeah, looks good. Tape back here. Home run. Cool. So Cubs, Milwaukee. Like I said, the wind is very likely to be bad here. Imanga is a fly ball pitcher, so normally I would take some Brewers against him, but this is just probably not a good game to pick from. And another rule of thumb is when you see the odds kind of like astronomical, like you question yourself, why are the odds so high? There's a reason why. They're baiting you into taking these odds. They want you to take this plus 2200. They want you to take this 1060. So pay attention to the numbers. Yelich is interesting at plus 360. If you really wanted someone from this game, that's who I'd take, but I simply would just avoid this game. But yeah, keep that in mind. If you see crazy odds, it's for a reason. You'll see that a lot in San Francisco. I'll show you the next time they play a game in San Francisco. The odds are just crazy at a lot of those games. Okay, so Dodgers, Rockies. Kershaw's been really good lately. But I mentioned in my video the other day that I'm just not taking really bad teams anymore. So I wouldn't take any. Okay, if you want Goodman, take him, but I wouldn't take any Rockies. And then obviously, where the heck is Otani? He's not even on here. That's hilarious. Well, I don't know where Otani is on here, but if he plays, take him. And take any Dodgers you like. If you had a gun to my head and I had to choose, I would go, yeah, Freeman. I would take Teoscar against this he hit today. I like taking them the next day. That means they're seeing the ball well. So Tani, Teoscar, and Freeman is where I'm going here. But if you like anybody else, take them. Take any rushing Freeland. If you like any of these long shots, take them. If Alex Call plays, I kind of like him, but he's not listed. I think he faces lefties. Okay, moving on again. Mets and Nats. This game should be much better. I said in my write up on Reddit, a lot of people were picking Mets, and I forewarned them that I didn't like the game, and I not to like toot my own horn or anything, but you got to pay attention to the numbers and like I said Lord pretty good. He won the game. He got his win, and Beatty and Bell were the only home runs. Somebody called Bell. A great freaking call by the way. But I didn't really like anyone from this game. So you gotta really crunch the numbers and pay attention. But this game is much better. Just keep in mind they're both lefties. So I mean I would prefer DeJong, even Cruz. Let's see who's listed for them. I apologize for my cough too. I've been just getting over this cold. So for the obvious, take Petey and Alonso, and then I think Lindor is fine. These odds are freaking crazy. What in the world? Like I said, if you see the odds like that, question them. But they don't even have this game listed here. Am I crazy? August. Oh, this is today. I'm freaking demented. This is tomorrow. Wow. Well, I'm not going to restart the video because I don't want to. Oh, the wind is bad. Okay. There we go. So, I guess avoid this game. The over-under is still 8. I think if you still want to take from it, it's fine. But this is rather disappointing. Wrigley is bad, by the way, the wind. Everything else looks fine, though. Oh, so Colorado had the wind blowing out today, and it was that bad. Wow. Yankee Stadium is fine, because we want lefties in this game anyway. Baltimore. God, the wind is kind of bad tomorrow. At least Tampa's good. But this is good for lefties still. I think you still pick from these games. The wind is just yikes. So I still think if you wanted these Nats, they're fine. Cruz. I probably wouldn't take Abrams or Wood though, unless you really feel Wood could hit off a lefty, do the lefty lefty. But just stick with the big Mets if you want any, or just avoid this game completely. I apologize. I looked at the wrong day for the weather. Minnesota's fine. So Giants and Padres. Verlander's been pretty bad this year. Cease, I thought was okay, but apparently not. So take Devers. Dominic Smith for a long shot, I'm perfectly fine with. Devers. I won't click Smith. I'll just mention him at plus 830. I think that's a good long shot. And then, please, for God's sake, do not take Fernando Tatis. I can show you. I saw a stat where he has like 4 home runs since the end of May, and it just blows my mind. He has 0 home runs this month. He had 2 last month, and this is in the warmest months of the season. He had 2 in June, and he had 5. So that was his last good month. Was May, April, May. Yeah. So he has 4 home runs since the end of May, which is just mind blowing to me. I used to love taking him, but please do not take him. Who's pitching in this game? Oh yeah, Verlander and Cease. Manny hit today. He's okay. You can take him. Um, I mostly don't really like this stadium. Sheets had 2 today. But yeah, I would just probably take Devers. If you want to take Lee as a long shot, he hit one in the first game of the series. He led off the game. I think it was yesterday, which was Tuesday, which was freaking crazy, as you all know. But yeah, I'm mostly just on Devers in this game. Okay, and then the next game, Houston and Baltimore. Jason Alexander from Seinfeld and Brandon Young. Young is like randomly pretty good. So just like Houston sucks right now. Their offense is atrocious. You can take them. Baltimore is one of my favorite parks to target for home runs, but you don't have to. I always like Pena when he's leading off, and then maybe I don't know. Sanchez, I think he has one since joining Houston. He's just been bad, which is weird because he could hit them in Miami, which is a hard park to hit home runs, but he can't hit for Houston for some reason. So mostly, once again, just like Pena, and then for Baltimore, pretty much they've been playing really well in the second half of the year. So I like Gunner, I like Hauser. Holiday's fine too. He finally hit one the other day. So for the most part, I would say them. If you want Mountcastle, I always like his odds. His odds are really good. Um, he just he hasn't been around all year, so it's hard to take him since we just haven't seen a big enough sample size from him. But I would go Gunner for sure. That would be my top Oriole. Okay, and we move on. Boston, New York, the old rivalry. A lot of potential in this game. Kind of shitty win for right-handers, but the short porch and left looks good. So Judge and Stanton obviously are always fine. Who is pitching again? Giolito, who's actually been really good this year, and Gill. I really think Red Sox are actually the play here, ironically. Um, their odds are kind of juicy too. This is kind of nice. I'm mostly thinking lefties. Where the heck is Abreu? Alright, well, look out for Abreu. He would be my favorite in this game. And then I think Rice is okay. But just keep in mind that. Let's go. Let's look at the numbers real quick. Giolito's just been solid lately. So we click you and you. Since it's the day before, yeah, I have to change it. So you just go to Boston Red Sox. Small sample size, none have hit off him yet. And New York Yankees. There they are. Stanton, of course, but has only hit 1 for 7, so don't look too much into that. But Stanton is scorching. He pinch hit today and hit a home run. That guy is super hot right now. Um, so look out for Abreu. He's not listed, and somebody else wasn't listed. Oh, Ohtani. Abreu and Ohtani would honestly probably go, if I made a parlay tomorrow, it would probably go in the parlay. And of course, I can't even list them. So let's do this. Abreu, Ohtani. We'll make our parlay that way. But if you want any, Jazz is much better at home too. So if you want him, that's fine. Grisham as well. Obviously, Judge and Stanton, like I said, are good any day. The last game, is that the last game? Yeah, St. Louis and Tampa. I'm not really. I don't like picking St. Louis players, but in Tampa, I think it's okay because it's just such a great stadium for home runs, as we've seen the Yankees just destroy the ball lately. Granted, to keep in mind, this is the Yankees spring training field, so they're very used to playing there. But Nootbaar, Burleson, Gorman. Actually, Gorman would probably be my favorite, and then Contreras. Um, Nootbaar, Burleson, Gorman. I think if you really wanted to, you just go these three, or just take, Gorman. I like Gorman a lot, and then Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray hasn't been that great lately, so we take Junior and Brandon. Um, I'm okay with the Indy. I don't want to pick him right now. He's just cold. And that's pretty much where I'd go with that. Josh Law's okay too. He hasn't hit in a while though. So obviously closed. Oh, they closed this game. Oh, they did. Huh. What happened there? That's weird. So keep an eye on this. I don't know why they did that. But I'm not saying take every single. I never like when I list players. I don't say take all these players. This is way too many players to take in one day. Um, okay, let's finish our parlay. So I would probably toss in. I like Gunner. You could either do Gunner or Cam. Do that for like a 3-legger, or just do a 4-legger if you're a greedy degen. Here we go. The game came back up. Yeah, they still don't have Otani listed. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Anytime. You can also bet 2 home runs if you want any of these guys. I like betting 2 home runs just because of the juice. But they won't list that till a little bit before the game starts. So just keep that in mind. Unless you're on a different app than FanDuel. FanDuel takes forever to list that stuff. So here's the list once again. If you need to pause your screen, um, put some comments down there. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. And let's make some money tomorrow. It actually looks like a decent slate. Cool. Have a good day.